Hello, Froggy here, and today I'll be showing you how to get to the end of the Duality dungeon without doing any of the encounters. From time to time I'll be showing you side routes, but for the main one we'll be using the interdimensional res breach, and we'll need an ally to stay in the starting area.
Now go. Time is of the essence. I will be with you from afar.
Helping us out today with the IRB is Bachmanetti. He will be helping us from afar. It turns out the end of Duality is in pretty much the same place as the beginning, although it is in a different load, so we still have a place to go. First thing you're going to want to do is die so that you have a place to send your ghost to for the IRB. When you hit this initial bell, you want to jump into the air. This isn't strictly speaking necessary, but it will allow us to height gain with sword flying, and that will skip a little bit of this. Should take you about 5 or 6 swings if you're timing it well. We can get away on this main route without using any stasis climbing, although some of the side things I'll be showing do use that. Just want to jump up the side here, and we can go ahead and skip to this top bell up here. You will have to fight some enemies, so make sure you're not too under-leveled here. Also, hitting the bell is going to kill your ally. Well, that just helps them set their IRB point in case they're joining you later. After you clear out enough enemies to feel comfortable, you'll want to make your way to this bell and move forwards. I'll be showing you 2 ways to get out of map around here. The first uses a little bell trick that you may have run into. You can leave the bell after ringing it. That entire bit is quite unnecessary. Herb Snail showed me that there is a very convenient hole located right here. You'll want to head to the left to continue further in. We'll be heading underneath that cylindrical area next. You're going to want to hug the underside of this room and drop with the tube in the middle. We'll be following the tried and tested principle of acting like you belong. As long as you follow roughly the path that the game expects you to, you're generally safe from kill barriers. Going to be dropping underneath here. If you go to any of the edges, you'll die immediately, but if you drop through one of the holes in the floor, you can make your way over to the tube and keep falling. We're pretty much at the next load zone here. Just need to drop down onto that hallway and we'll hit it. Welcome to Ever Downward. From here, we're just going to climb up so we can fly over the top of the area. You can just go straight for the center, but then you'll have to do a little bit of stasis climbing, and it's always nice to avoid that when you can. We don't even have to use any sword ammo here. The upcoming part can be a little bit tricky. Oh hey, it's our good old friends, the chess pieces. This little slope downwards is a lot safer out of map than in map. You can just gracefully float down. There are some tricky death barriers that you'll want to look out for, especially since if you're doing the IRB route, any deaths mean a reset. We're coming up on a tricky death barrier, so if you don't want to have to restart the IRB route, you'll want to pay attention at this point. If we try to directly go to the end there, you will have a bad time. Instead, you want to go left until the lighting changes. Then you can go forwards without any issues. You could, of course, do a blink through that death barrier as well, but that's a bit hard to do on Titan, and being on Titan is just so nice for out-of-map shenanigans. We're pretty much at the end of the IRB route. The only thing left to do is to die to the load zone. Gerbsnail found a nice way to hit the load, and it's not that difficult to die to it as well. We're just going to dip underneath here and sword fly back up onto these little rubble piles. You'll want to jump on the one to the left and crouch close to the left side and just walk into the... Well, that didn't kill us this time, but no big deal. We can just try again. Just fly around the side here and there'll be a handy little staircase of rubbish to climb up. The load zone heading backwards is pretty easy to hit. It's pretty easy to climb up to as well. A lot of little pillars make climbing that distance particularly easy. You can see there is in fact the copy of the tribute hall exactly where the other one was. Just gotta hit the load. There we go. Now we can try that again. Just making my way back to the little entrance. You could of course just load in normally walking in there, but that isn't what we're aiming to do right now. Almost messed it up there. And let's give that another go. And there we have it. Now I just need to wait for Bachmanetti to kill all the enemies just before the first encounter, which will trigger the Autorez. There we go. I'm now in the mission end version of the Tribute Hall. Well, I hope you managed to get out here yourself and enjoy exploring Duality.